Steve Grilly isn't one of those millionaire ball players prevalent in today's game.
When I played, when we were making $16,000, and I was driving a UPS truck in the off season so that we could put away some money.
That $16,000 was the top salary he made as a major leaguer. He spent 17 years in baseball as a player and scout, 2 as a big league pitcher in the late 70s. While his son Jason Grilly will get a big league pension when he retires, Steve does not.
You hope to walk away with something, and as it stands today, I don't have anything to fall back on as far as a pension with the years I gave to baseball.
He would have had he played for 4 years or longer. Douglas Gladstone writes about Grilly and more than 870 others in his book, A Bitter Cup of Coffee. He says he learned about the players when he met a former Chicago Cub.
If Jimmy Qualls just doesn't casually mention to me that he wasn't getting a pension, I probably wouldn't write the book.
Now he's gone to bat for them, hoping that Major League Baseball will award them retroactive benefits.
Well, look, I'm the first one to acknowledge that neither the league nor the union have to do anything for these men.
He says there is precedent.
Both the pre-1947 players and the veterans of the Negro Leagues were both compensated for their service credit and contributions to the game.
Major League Baseball says that is true, but
the Negro League players and the pre-47 players were held to exactly the same standard as these players in terms of determining whether or not they were entitled to benefits. In other words, they had to have 4 years of service.
Rob Manfred is baseball's executive vice president for labor relations.
It is an extraordinary ask to say, why don't you go back and grant me a pension or other type of benefit for work that was performed over 30 years ago.
Baseball and the Players Union have talked about it before, but many ex-players in Gladstone's book say the union really hasn't pushed it. Again, former pitcher Steve Grilly.
Always looking out for the interests of the players that helped form the union, which is my era.
Players Association Executive Director Michael Weiner says current players are trying, and they do feel an obligation to this group.
The rights that the current players enjoy, they enjoy because players before them sacrificed and fought and pushed to make sure that they had those rights.
Weiner says retroactive compensation for the pre-1980 players is on the table for next year's labor negotiation.
I'm hopeful that the third time is going to be the charm and that we're going to be able to help this group of people. The current players certainly believe that they deserve some help.
As for Gladstone, who's made this somewhat of a crusade, he's hopeful that baseball, in his words, will do the right thing.
So to not give the men I wrote about in my book anything for their time, it just wouldn't be fair and it wouldn't be right.
Peter King, CBS News.